Firstly, we're going to factorize by grouping. So what do? We take this and we take that. So we do 2 by 2. So what are we going to have here? We're going to have ax plus ay plus bx plus by. The next, what is common between ax and ay? What is common between ax and ay is a. So we take the a outside. This is what's common, right? Then we take what was in the bracket, ax plus ay. Then we divide it by the highest common factor, which is a. So we divide it by a, we divide it by a. We go to the second bracket. What is common between bx and by? So we have b, that's common there. Then we write this exactly the way it is, bx plus by, and then we divide it by the highest common factor, which is our b. So we have b here, and then we have b there. Then we write this the way it is. So a will cancel out with a, and then we'll be left with x. Then a here will cancel out with a again, and then we're going to have y. Close the bracket. Then what we're going to have here is plus, sorry. Then we're going to have b here, and then this b will cancel out with that b, and we'll only be left with x. This b here will cancel out with that b, and then we'll only be left with y. So then our final answer is then going to be this a plus that b, a plus b. And then since these two are exactly the same, we only take one of them, so x plus y. And this is our answer. Again, grouping 2 by 2. So we take these first two terms and then the other two terms. So what do we do here? So we take x squared plus 4a plus, then we say 5a plus 20. Then, in the first bracket, what is our highest common factor? So our highest common factor here is a. So you write the a outside, and then you have a squared plus 4a. Then you divide it by the highest common factor, which is a, divided by the highest common factor, which is a, plus. What is the highest common factor in the second bracket? So the highest common factor here is 5. Open a bracket, write 5a plus 20. Then we divide it by the highest common factor, which is 5. So we say over 5, then we say over 5. So what are we going to have? We're going to have a, open a bracket, a plus 4, because a and a will cancel out, and then we'll be left with a here, and then a and a will cancel out, then we'll have 4. We'll be left with 4. Plus 5. Now, 5 and 5 will cancel out. We're going to have a here, and then 20 divided by 5, it's going to be 4. So then, because these two brackets are the same, we only write one of them. So we have a plus 4, and then we take a plus 5. And we take a plus 5, and this will be our answer. Take the first two terms, which is 3x squared minus 2x plus 9x minus 6. So in the first bracket, what is the highest common factor? So the highest common factor here is x. So we take x, then we have 3x squared minus 2x, divided by x, divided by x, plus, in the second bracket, The highest common factor here is 3. So we write 3 outside. Then we have 9x minus 6 divided by the highest common factor, divided by the highest common factor, which is 3. So we're going to have x here. And this x will cancel out with one of the x here. Then we're going to have 3x there, minus this x will cancel out with that x. We're going to have 2 there, plus 3. So 9 divided by 3, we're going to be left with 3 there. So we're going to have 3x. And then 6 divided by 3 is 2. So minus 2. Now, since these two brackets are the same, right? You write one of them, 3x minus 2. And then you take x plus 3x. And you put x there plus 3x. That is answer 10. So we take the first two terms and then the last two terms. So we have 6ay minus 2by. Then we say minus because we have a minus here. Then we have minus 3ax. Now this sign becomes a minus. This sign becomes a minus because of the minus that we have here. So this is going to be negative bx. Now, if we multiply this out, a negative multiplied by that, it will give us negative 3ax. And then negative multiplied by that, it will give us positive. All right? Hence this minus here. Now, what is the highest common factor here? The highest common factor here is 2 and y. And then we write what was in the parentheses exactly the way it is. And then we divide by our highest common factor, which is our 2y, minus the highest common factor between these two terms is x. And then what we're going to have, 3ax over x minus bx over x. And then we're going to have 2y outside. And then y and y will cancel out. 6 divided by 2 is 3a. It's 3 and then the a is left. Y and y will cancel out. 2 and 2 will cancel out. Then we're going to say minus b. Then we're going to say minus x. X and x will cancel out. And then we'll be left with 3a. B. Here, x and x will cancel out. And then we'll be left with b. So since these two parentheses are exactly the same, have the exact same terms, so we only write one down, which is 3a minus b, open a bracket, 2y minus x. And this will be our answer. Again, here we do 2 by 2. 2 by 2. So we have 3a x minus 6x. Then minus, we take the sign here, which is minus. And then we're going to have a y. This was a positive, so it becomes a negative here. 2y. Now in the first parenthesis, we ask ourselves, what is the highest common factor, which is 3x, open a bracket, 3a x minus 6x. We divide by 3x, divide by 3x, and we say minus. Highest common factor is y. open a bracket, write what was in the parenthesis initially, then we divide by y, divide by y. You're going to have 3x outside, 3 divided by 3, x will cancel out with x, so we're going to have a minus, this is going to be 2, minus y. So y and y will cancel out, y and y will cancel out, and we're going to have a minus 2. So since the two parentheses are identical, you're going to have a minus 2, 3x minus y. What's the answer?